Breaking news. SoFi woke up this morning, looked at the Federal Reserve, and said, "Cute printer, bro. Mind if we try?" Yes, you heard that right. SoFi just announced SoFi USD, a shiny new dollar-pegged stablecoin that is definitely not trying to be the cool, responsible cousin of every Degens stablecoin you have ever blown up your account with. Tonight, we are talking about what this means for SoFi, for your bags, and for that one friend who still thinks Dogecoin is a retirement plan. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Fintech Spy, the only channel where we treat fintech like a reality TV show and your portfolio like a contestant. Today's episode is SOFI Weekly News, the SoFi USD edition. As always, this is not financial advice. This is educational comedy, chart therapy, and a safe space for people who have averaged down on SoFi more times than they have gone to the gym this year. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your wildest SoFi USD prediction in the comments. Winner gets absolutely nothing except internet clout. SoFi looked at their business model, banking, lending, brokerage, credit cards, and said, "You know what we are missing? A way to turn all of this into a coin." Enter SoFi USD, a supposed dollar-pegged digital token that lets SoFi flex on both banks and crypto bros at the same time. On the surface, it sounds simple. 1 SoFi USD equals $1. In practice, it is more like 1 SoFi USD equals $1 plus 1 marketing campaign plus 3 SEC lawyers on standby and 10,000 tweets asking, "Is this bullish?" Camp 1, this is genius. Investors are already split into 3 camps. SoFi becomes the on-ramp, the off-ramp, and the toll booth. Camp 2, wait, did we not just spend 3 years watching stablecoins explode? Camp 3, I do not care. I just want the line to go up. Meanwhile, management is on the earnings call like, "We are building a modern financial ecosystem," and retail is in the comments asking, "Okay, but will it make the share price go brr?" SoFi pitches SoFi USD as the grease in the machine, moving money instantly inside the SoFi ecosystem, powering rewards and cash back. Maybe even that mystery super prime elite tier they are totally cooking up somewhere. Think of it as Starbucks points with better branding and way more disclosure documents. They are hinting at paying credit cards with SoFi USD, getting your paycheck deposited directly as SoFi USD, and sending your friends SoFi USD because they still have not paid you back for those options you both agreed were a good idea. We are basically one step away from, congratulations, you have been pre-approved for a SoFi USD-backed mortgage on your emotional support dog. You cannot launch something called SoFi USD without regulators immediately spitting out their coffee. Somewhere at the Fed, an intern is updating a PowerPoint slide titled, "People Who Want to Be Us," and SoFi just jumped to the top of the list. The official pitch from SoFi is, "This is fully backed, fully reserved, fully boring. Please do not sue us." But the second you attach USD to anything, you basically invited the regulator Avengers. The SEC asks, "Is it a security?" The Fed asks, "Is it money?" The OCC asks, "Is it banking?" And retail asks, "Is it mooning?" SoFi's lawyers are probably working overtime right now, making sure the white paper reads like a bedtime story for examiners. Lots of words like compliant, transparent, and we promise this is not 2021 all over again. Let's do a totally unfair comparison between the US dollar and SoFi USD. The US dollar is backed by the full faith and credit of the United States government. SoFi USD is backed by the full faith and credit of a fintech that still has a cult following on Reddit. One prints money in DC. The other prints marketing slides in San Francisco. And yet you and I both know which one is more fun to talk about. With SoFi USD, every basic transaction suddenly sounds like a cyberpunk side quest. Pay rent becomes deploy SoFi USD to landlord boss. Collect salary becomes farm. SoFi USD yield from employer NPC. Transfer to brokerage becomes convert SoFi USD into YOLO calls at market open. Same bills, slightly cooler font. If there is one thing SoFi is good at, it is building a community that refuses to sell. You have got the long-term holders who bought at 24, averaged down at 15, then again at 9, and are now saying, "I always believed in the vision." You have the new crowd who discovered SoFi through TikTok and thinks this is the next big thing in future finance. And now, a fresh wave of crypto tourists who just heard dollar-pegged coin and showed up asking, "Is there a Discord?" SoFi USD basically takes all of them, throws them in one app, and says, "Congrats, you are now part of a vertically integrated emotional roller coaster. You are not just watching the stock anymore. You are watching flows into the coin, flows into the app, and flows into your feelings every time the price twitches. Serious question. Does SoFi USD actually help the SoFi stock? Or is this just one more shiny object in the fintech arms race? From a parody standpoint, the answer is obviously yes, because content. From a slightly more rational standpoint, if SoFi USD increases engagement inside the app, that is bullish. If it keeps more deposits inside the SoFi ecosystem, that is bullish. If it freaks regulators out and stalls growth, that is not as bullish. So now you are basically betting on two charts, the SoFi stock chart and the how much does the world trust this coin chart. Good news, both of those can go up and to the right. Bad news, both of those can also look like a meme stock roller coaster. Either way, it gives us something new to scream about in the comments every week, and that is what really matters. You already know what happens next. Somebody is going to borrow in SoFi USD, YOLO that into SoFi options, and then blame Jerome Powell when it does not work. On the options chain, you can almost feel the future. Calls piling up from people who think SoFi USD is the rocket fuel that sends this stock to new highs. Put stacking from people who think regulators are about to hit the note button. Meanwhile, you are just trying to decide if you should DCA the stock, farm the coin, or do both and call it diversification. The only guarantee here is that someone on Reddit will post a screenshot with the caption, "I understood the risks," right before asking the internet for emotional support. So where does this leave us? On one hand, SoFi launching SoFi USD is peak. We are building the future of money energy. On the other hand, it is also peak. We are giving the internet one more thing to overreact to energy. If they pull it off, the app gets stickier, the ecosystem gets deeper, and SoFi starts to look less like a bank and more like a full-blown financial operating system. If they fumble it, we get incredible memes, a very awkward section in a future earnings call, and a masterclass in why launching a coin is not for the faint of heart. Either way, SoFi USD just made the SoFi story way more interesting. Let me know in the comments, are you team? This is the future, load the bags. Team, I will wait until regulators stop sweating. Or team, I am only here for the chaos and the content. As always, thank you for watching Fintech Spy. Stay safe, stay sarcastic, and I will see you in the next episode.